Where have you been, Jack? I've been waiting for you. We have an arrangement. You can't back out now. You have until tomorrow morning or I am going to spill, and you know what that means.
I'm not sure about this, Cade.
What's up, guys?
Nothing happening here. See you at lunchtime, Jack.
Jack, what's happening with you and Cade?
Nothing. We're just talking.
Be careful, Jack. Cade doesn't always make the best choices. Don't get caught up with something you may regret.
I didn't even know that I was needing rescue. The threats and the dangers I couldn't see, I was heading right to. I needed help, but I didn't know. Needed saving from an evil foe, but I didn't even know that I was needing rescue.
Hi, Mum.
Hello, Melody. How was school?
Yeah, it was good. Ali's mum picked her up from school today, but I didn't get a chance to find out what's happening with her uncle.
Ah, yes. Ali's mum called me today. She had to come back to work.
Is her uncle okay?
Sounds like they're still not sure whether he will pull through.
That's not good, Mum. I did enjoy having Ali stay with us. It was kind of cool having her here, like having a sister.
Yes, it was nice having her here. Hopefully it helped her feel a bit better with everything that's going on. And Jack, how was your day?
Fine.
Fine? Can you define fine?
Fine is fine.
Something is not right with Jack. He's shutting down and pushing us away. That's what often happens when you feel guilty about something. I wonder when or if he will come to us. I love him and I just want to help him.
Can we do the next bit of the story tonight, Mum?
Which story is that?
Good to see you home early, Tony.
Hi, Dad. We've been reading some more of the Bible. Yeah, and last night we found out that Adam and Eve disobeyed God's rule and ate some fruit from the tree that they had been told to stay away from. They made poor choices and had no self-control. They were actually lied to by that snake. That shouldn't count against them if they just believed a lie.
Jack is very defensive on this point. I wonder... Jack, they still went against what they had been told to do. Disobedience is disobedience, and it comes with consequences.
But now the world is under the control of Lucifer, and that means that everyone is going to struggle with sin and eventually die. I wish there was some way they could be rescued or go back and change what they had done. I do feel sorry for them, and I feel more sorry for God. He made them in the first place, and it's obvious that He loves them all so much. He hangs out with them every day. He's going to lose His friends if they all have to die.
Let's read a bit more and see what God does.
The world and all its inhabitants are now mine. They chose me over you, God. They disobeyed you, and you know that the only consequence of sin is death.
I have a plan to rescue my beloved people.
You can't just change the fact that because they disobeyed, they're gonna die. That is the justice system of the universe. You wrote this law, God, and you know that it can't be changed.
I know that the only way to pay for this disobedience is through death.
Just as I thought.
But it will not be the people who will die.
Say what? What do you mean? You just can't go around changing the rules of the universe? They disobeyed. They must die.
Maybe they deserve to die, but with the plan I am putting in place, it will give them the chance to be saved.
Say what? What plan? How is this possible? Now, hang on. There are rules that must be followed here, so there's no way that they can be saved.
There is a way, but it will come at great cost. I am going to be trading their lives for the life of another.
How are you going to do that? Who is mighty enough to substitute for these mere mortals? Even the angels in heaven are not able to do that. Who could you suggest that could even come close to carrying the consequence for all humanity?
Jesus, my beloved Son, my own flesh, who is part of me, because only a God is able to do something like this, to trade his life for that of our precious people.
Jesus is willing to die instead of them? God is going to just take the place of these mere mortals? Listen, are they really worth it? Didn't they just disobey you?
We love them all so very much. They are precious to us. Jesus has agreed to do the trade.
You may love them, but they don't love you. Just look how quickly they disobeyed your one simple command.
That may be, but they will all be given the chance of rescue. It will be up to them to choose.
I will be there to make sure that they do not choose you, God. You will be wasting your precious time and energy on these undeserving humans. But Jesus is gonna die. Are you really going to give up your own beloved son, part of yourself, for these humans who really don't even care for you at all?
Every single human life is precious to us. They are worth the cost to save. Even though the cost is so very high, I love them all far too much just to let them die.
They will not choose you, God. They will not choose this plan that you have to save them. I will be there to make sure I convince them of that through whatever means possible. And when your son comes to earth, well, maybe he will see that the cost is too high, that he has too much to lose in this trade. His life for theirs? When is this gonna happen?
Enough. Leave.
So God has a plan to save the people?
Sounds like it, Jack.
But someone is still gonna die.
And that someone is God's son, Jesus. This story is like an action movie. So much drama and suspense. I can't imagine the decision God is having to make. I mean, to lose a precious child? Not something I could ever do. I love you too much, Mel and Jack. I would do anything for you guys. There's no way I could trade either of you like the plan God has.
God really must have incredible love for his people. It seems so crazy, and for Jesus to be willing to do the trade of his life for their lives, even without any guarantee that the people he is dying for will choose to be saved. It could all be for nothing.
Sounds like a big risk on God's behalf. A plan with no guaranteed outcome.
I guess when you really love someone, you are willing to take risks to rescue them. You know, God has made a plan for a rescue. God has made a plan to save the world. Even though they disobeyed and they did something wrong, God loved them all too much to let them go. Jesus offered his life to save them. He offered his life to give them hope. so that one day they would be reunited with the King, reunited with the God who loves them so. God has made a plan for a rescue. God has made a plan to save the world. Even though they disobeyed and, well, they did something wrong, God loved them all too much to let them go. Jesus offered his life to save them. He offered his life to give them hope, so that one day they would be reunited with their King, reunited with the God who loves them so. So that one day they would be reunited with their King, reunited with the God who loves them so. Reunited with the God who loves them so.
I love you all so very much. That's why I have a plan to rescue you. The plan is for the whole human race. Those who choose to accept my offer will be saved. I am so looking forward to being with all of my precious children again, just as I was with Adam and Eve so long ago. This will be the ultimate rescue.
Jack,
What?
now that was not very polite, son.
Sorry, Dad. What do you want?
What I want is my happy son back. It's like you were walking around with a storm cloud over your head. I can see there is something bothering you, Jack. Talk to me about it.
I can't.
Son, you know, whatever it is that is troubling you, we can work through it together.
You'll be upset with me, Dad.
You are my son, and I love you, Jack. That will not change. If there is something you need to tell me about, I would really like to hear it from you. I hate to see you look so sad. What is troubling you? I'm here for you. I love you so. I want to help you through. No matter what has happened, no matter what you've done, we can work out a plan. I love you so much, son. I hate to see you look so sad. What is troubling you? I'm here for you. I love you so. I want to help you through. No matter what has happened, no matter what you've done, we can work out a plan. I love you so much, son. No matter what has happened, no matter what you've done, we can work out a plan. I love you so much, son. We can work out a plan. I love you so much, son.
Discernment, choices, self-control. I seem to be failing at them all. I feel like such a stuff-up, and it just makes me miserable and angry. Maybe I should talk to Dad. I can hope he has some of that mercy and love that God in the Bible has. Dad, I have something to tell you.
My child Jack, you are choosing the right path now. There are always consequences for our actions. I am here waiting and longing to help you. Follow the instructions I have left for you in the book. Its message will always guide you back to the right path.
Thanks for agreeing to meet with us today, Mr. Adams.
No problem. How can I help?
Jack, over to you.
Mr. Adams, I'm very sorry, but I cheated in my exam at school this week.
That is very disappointing to hear, Jack. Thanks for coming to tell me. But why? What happened?
Well, I made some poor choices, Mr. Adams. I guess my discernment wasn't so good.
Jack. Yes, we have been talking about your ability to make wise choices, and this certainly is a bad one. But Jack, I'm still puzzled. How did you cheat?
I had the exam answers.
Jack, you need to speak clearly. There will be consequences for your actions, but now is not the time to keep lying or hiding the truth.
I had the exam answers, Mr. Adams. I came across them in the playground. I should have come straight to you.
Jack, you found them on the playground, huh? Well, cheating is not tolerated at this school. You know that. This will now be a matter for the administration to decide what will happen as a consequence of what you have done. It will no doubt have some impact on your position on the sports team.
I'm so sorry, Mr. Adams. I wish I could go back and change what I did.
Yes, I'm sure you are. Many people right back to Adam and Eve have felt that too, I believe.
Did you say Adam and Eve? We have just been reading that story at home.
Long story short, we recently came across a Bible and my wife remembered her grandma reading it to her as a child. So she has been reading it to the kids, and I have been listening in. I'm not sure whether I believe it, but it is an interesting story.
Well, for the record, Mr. King, I'm actually a Christian myself. That means I believe in the Bible and what it says about God and many other people in it. I also believe it gives me guidance to live a content and purposeful life.
Oh, I didn't mean to offend you, Mr. Adams.
Not at all, Mr. King. I always enjoy a good discussion. Let me know if you have any questions I can help you with. Meanwhile, Jack, come and see me first thing in the morning, and I will let you know what the administration decides.
Thanks, Mr. Adams. I'm so sorry I have let you down.
Where have you been, Jack? I have been waiting for you.
Cade, I made a big mistake cheating on the test. I will not be doing that again.
Well, you leave me with no choice. I am going to report your cheating to the administration.
Go right ahead, Cade. They already know.
What?
I told Mr. Adams yesterday that I cheated.
You better not have told him about me giving you the answers to that exam. If anything comes back on me, you can be sure I will make your life miserable.
I didn't mention your name at all, Cade, but you may want to consider doing the right thing too.
What do you mean, doing the right thing? I am doing the right thing. I am looking out for number one, myself. I answer to no one and do as I please. I gave you a chance to get ahead and you blew it.
That remains to be seen, Cade. I know I feel a lot better now, though. I don't want to feel that way again. I have found a better way, my friend. To obey it is the way to make me feel happy. I don't want to feel that way again. I have found a better way, my friend. To obey it is the way to make me feel happy. I don't want to feel that way again. I have found a better way, my friend. To obey it is the way to make me feel happy. To obey it is the way to make me feel happy. To obey it is the way to make me feel happy. Make me feel happy.
Jack, I am so proud of you for the way that you stood up for what was right today. Keep listening, reading, and following my guidance. Cade, the pathway you are taking will only end in destruction. I love you too much just to let that happen.
I didn't even know that I was needing rescue. The threats and the dangers I couldn't see, I was heading right to. I needed help, but I didn't know. Needed saving from an evil foe. But I didn't even know that I was needing rescue. I didn't even know that I was needing rescue. I didn't even know that I was needing rescue. The threats and the dangers I couldn't see, I was heading right to. I needed help, but I didn't know. Needed saving from an evil foe. But I didn't even know that I was needing rescue. Needing rescue.
I need